And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, I'm Tom Vasel, and welcome to the Dice Tower. Today we're taking a look at Ticket to Ride London. Ticket to Ride is one of the most successful game franchises in the world, selling millions of copies. Last year, they came out with Ticket to Ride New York, which was a smaller version of Ticket to Ride. Very quick, could be played in 15 minutes, 20 minutes or so. And a sequel to that now is Ticket to Ride London, going from one iconic city to another one. So if you've never played any of these games before, no worries. I'm going to show you how to play in this video here itself. This quick, fast little game. Let's take a look. Each player is going to start with several of these cards in their hands that are going to be showing various colors that will match the colors that are on the board. Black, green, orange, yellow, pink, etc. There's also cards like this that show the bus here, which are wild and can be any color. Players are also going to draw 2 tickets to start the game. You have to keep one, but you can keep both. These mean I want to connect Big Ben to the Charter House, or I want to connect Buckingham Palace to Brick Lane. If I do so, at the end of the game, I'll get 9 points or 5 points. If I do not do so, I will lose those corresponding points. So players are going to do that. They're going to have some of these cards. There will be 5 cards face up here next to the board and a pile of ticket cards and bus cards. So on your turn, you have 3 different things that you can do. One is you can draw cards. When you draw cards, you can draw a face-up card from the line here, which is immediately replaced, or you can draw from the top of the deck. If you draw a face-up wild card, that's the only thing you can take. However, if you draw a wild card from the top of the deck, well, lucky you. The other thing you can do is you can take more tickets. You're like, hey, I would like to take more tickets. You draw 2 of them. You pick at least one to keep, although you can keep both, discarding the ones you don't keep. Then, the third thing you can do is you can play cards to connect routes on the board. When you play cards to connect routes, so for example, to connect from here to here, I need 4 blue cards. So I don't have 4 blue cards, but if I want to connect here, I would need 4 blacks. So if I had these and this, which would be 4, I would discard those cards. Then I would take buses in my color and place them between those. You will then score points for how long the route is. If it's 1, you get 1 point, 2 bus lengths, 2 points, 3, 4 points, and 4, which is the one I just built, I would get 7 points. So that's pretty much it. Players are just going to take turns going around the table, taking those actions. There's a few other rules. That's, for example, if there's ever 3 buses here face up, all the cards are discarded, and we'll draw 5 new ones to take their place. And when one player is down to 2 or less buses, at that point the game goes into the final turn. Everyone gets one last turn, and then you'll add up points. As the game has progressed, you'll get points from connecting routes. You'll check your tickets and get positive or negative points at the end of the game if you've connected those. So, for example, I need to connect Globe Theater to Covent Garden. I can do this, but I could also have gone. As long as they're connected, it doesn't matter. Finally, you'll notice that several of the cities here on the board have numbers on them: 5s, 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s. If you connect all those cities together with one continuous line of buses, so for example, if I went here to here, you get that many points. So if I do that, connect all 3 of those cities, I'll get 3 points. Connect those 4 cities, I'll get 5 points. Connect these 2 cities, I get 1 point, etc. Whoever has the most points is then the winner of the game. Of course, the game comes with a nice insert that has room for everything. You put the 4 different colored trains here. You put the scoring tokens go into that, then spots for the card. It's a really nice thing. The board itself is bright and colorful and easy to see. The trains themselves, or not trains, I call them trains because Ticket to Ride's normally trains, but here we have the double-decker buses. These are cool. The plastic pieces, I think I would have preferred them to be wooden maybe, because the plastic feels a little chintzy, but they work. And the cards themselves, great quality, and it's fun just to see, they got a yellow submarine, and looks like the Austin Powers bus, and they're really good quality. And the tickets here it shows you where they connect things on the map, so if you're not sure where everything is, that's easy. And unlike the Ticket to Ride New York, this game comes with a scoring track around the outside instead of a score pad, which I think is a little bit better. That's pretty much it. Great components. So if you've never played a Ticket to Ride before, it's an amazing, fast, fun game. And this one is no different than the rest. This one here, which can play up to 4 players, is really quick. Your turns are really fast. Draw tickets, play them. In essence, it's kind of, if you like Rummy, this is a little bit like Rummy with a board. It's simple. You have that little bit of a, ooh, how long do I have? Can I connect these tickets on the board at the same time? Do I want to connect the areas and get those points there? Or do I just want to build lots of routes all over the board and score points for that? And do I want to take a face-up wild? It feels, that's great because it goes on any route, but it only, it takes up my whole turn and I only get 1 card instead of 2. Or do I draw from the top of the deck, hoping to get the colors that I want? It's fast, it's easy, and everyone I've ever played it with has enjoyed it, and this one is no exception. Now, is London better than New York? Well, not the cities themselves. That's a debate for another time. But the game itself, they're about equal. New York has some rules. This one I think I might like slightly better because I like how you could connect those cities and score 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 bonus points, which in this game, since there's not a lot of points, can be a very big deal. The game itself feels balanced. You can go for really long routes, or you can try to connect a bunch of small ones. You can try to cut other people off from their routes. The game could be a little bit cutthroat. You'll notice that between some cities, there's 2 lines of trains. You can build on both of those, except in a 2-player game, in which case you can only, once one of them's filled, the other isn't, which again, kind of like, so in this game, there's some spots in the middle where you're like, I don't even need that yet, but I'm going to do it. I might block somebody else, and I might need it in the future. So there's a bit of that, how long do I collect cards before I start playing them? But it's fast. As soon as you're done, you'll want to play again. If you like Tickets to Rides, but you want to play something really quick, you'll like this. If you've never played Ticket to Rides, I'm banking on the fact that you will enjoy this. It's a great addition to the series. I'm sure we'll see many more cities in the future with Ticket to Ride, but London, a great one. And all the London symbology and stuff in it is also a little bit of fun. So I like it a lot. Check it out. Dice Tower Judgment, excellent.